come along quietly or not.
You can have all the talent in the world and never get anywhere.
Some artists bait a hook and let you bite upon it.
And now, without further ado,
coming to you loud and clear.
Hey everybody, this is Albert Shivers, and welcome to another episode of the Planet Shivers podcast. On this episode, I'm going to have with me hip-hop artist, actress, and really music entrepreneur, Miss Knockout. But before we get to her, just a couple of things I want to talk to you guys about. First of all, the YouTube channel, the Albert Shivers, Planet Shivers YouTube channel. You can listen to the podcast on there, as well as see all sorts of other video content. I've been doing a lot of traveling around, going to different racetracks, and if that's what you're into, there's a lot of new videos going up on the places I've been and the things I've filmed there. There are also some art-related videos. You can check out my art tutorial videos, which are just sort of getting off the ground. That series is called Insomnia Art. I'm on episode 2 of that right now. I'll be putting up a third one soon. And you could also check out a short little web series I'm starting up called Mondo Alberto. That's a fun one. There are 3 episodes up now. I recommend you check them out. So there's all sorts of fun content, and I'm working on getting more content up on the Albert Shivers YouTube channel. But like I said at first, all, at this point, now 12 episodes of the Planet Shivers podcast are on the YouTube channel. Secondly, got a lot of new art projects coming. I'll be posting them on Instagram and Facebook. And still have stuff on firstdibs.com. There will be new pieces going up on there. I recommend you check it out. Go to firstdibs.com, type into the search bar Albert Shivers, and all my work will come up. I'd also certainly encourage you to dig through the website. There's lots of cool visual art, from drawings to sculptures to pencil sketches to big paintings, all sorts of cool stuff if you really dig through the website. Before I was offered to be on it, I didn't even know the website existed. So I went through it all, and it's really, really cool stuff. Third, a little bit of sad news. Sid Haig, actor, died this week. I was a big fan of Sid Haig. He was in a lot of my favorite movies. Not only the Rob Zombie movies, which is basically what he's come to be known for. And in his obituary this week, they mentioned Jackie Brown a lot, the Tarantino movie with Pam Grier, which is cool, but he was really only in it for like a minute. And it's really like quite the sliver of his career to be like lumped in there with the Rob Zombie movies and stuff. I was a big fan of him in Spider Baby and in all the films in the 70s. I mean, he was in a lot of movies with Pam Grier in the 1970s. He was in a movie with Pam Grier, one called Black Mama, White Mama, which was a fun one. And just 2 chicks handcuffed together. Why not? You know, he was in The Big Birdcage, another Pam Grier movie. He was also in Coffee, which was probably the biggest of the Pam Grier movies, and also Foxy Brown. He showed up in Savage Sisters, which is a pretty big cult film, as well as a lot more. I recommend you check him out. Look at his IMDb and his filmography on Wikipedia, either one. And check out some of his movies if you haven't yet. That was a text message. My phone is not on silent. Let's take care of that right now. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Hello?
Hi, Albert.
Hey. Also, over the weekend, I got hit with a really bad stomach virus, like freaking out of nowhere. I was once sick, I was like 13 or 14. I went to a water park and accidentally swallowed water in the wave pool pretty much like almost drowned. But I swallowed some water in the wave pool and got really sick, very bad stomach virus, and that's the last time I was ever at a water park. But I hadn't felt that bad since then. I mean, like this last virus that hit me, like I hadn't felt so bad since that water park escapade. And so, like, you know, I was just bedridden this whole weekend, didn't really get a chance to do much, but I learned a lot while I loafed around on the couch. Like, I learned I can flip the DVD remote from one side of the couch to the other with my foot. And I learned that after I throw up, I just sit on the bathroom floor and take shots of mouthwash as if I'm John Wayne who just lost a bar fight. I also learned that 30 Rock is funnier and yet a little melancholy when you realize just how much you could relate to Liz Lemon. And food and restaurant commercials are actually really disgusting and probably should be taken off the air. And I also realized that I can remember the mail call song from The Planet's Funniest Animals, but I spent a half an hour trying to figure out how to take a picture of my phone with my phone. Couldn't figure it out, and realized in my feverish, sickly haze that that's not possible without a mirror. Also, in the rabbit holes of computerdom, I learned that 2 of the 3 tenors are still alive, which was a surprise because they're pretty old. And one of them is actually being Me Too'd at 78 years old. So there's that. Also, if you watch more than 6 hours of racing videos, YouTube will lock your account and register you as a Republican. I didn't appreciate YouTube taking that, you know, trying to figure me out, right or wrong. You know, YouTube has no right. Also, I learned that if you fall asleep with clean clothes on, you might not wake up that way. So it was a rough weekend, to say the least. And I'm just behind. I had all art projects and just podcast stuff to do and finding guests and all that jazz. And I was basically leveled for 3 days, which kind of blew. But that's really all the news with me. I guess now would be the best time to get to my talk with Miss Knockout. Let's go there now. Okay, folks, welcome to another episode of Planet Shivers Podcast. I'm Albert Shivers, and today I am joined by rapper, actress, she just put out a new song, Miss Knockout. Thanks for doing the show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So I guess we'll jump right into it. Start off with your music. What got you started in rap and music in general?
Okay, well, I started out, I was in South Jamaica, Queens at the time. I started out, just going out and hanging at parties and watching people bounce on the mic and out in the park and stuff like that. So I started like doing battle rap in my early teen years, going around the city doing different battles. And as I got older, I did the battles to like get into the competitions for free. So I would help them put together the seminars for an internship, and in return they would let me join the battles, and I would get into the seminars for free. And all of celebrities would be there, and they would have different shows and stuff and events. So that's pretty much how at the beginning I got into it.
Gotcha. How obviously you must have done well at the rap battles to keep progressing, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, back then it was like, it was all one category. They didn't have girls and the guys separated because there wasn't that many girls that came out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So while one of the battles, I made it to like the final 2 out of all guys. So that was pretty good.
Wow. Were those
jazzy.
were those freestyle battles, or did you go in there with some?
Freestyle battles. You had to go 3 rounds. Best 2 out of 3 and stuff. Then you move on to the next level with all the people who won that round, and then they just keep narrowing it down. So, different from the battles today.
How so?
Well, I think the battle rap today is like they're just talking to me. They're not like really rhyming. They're like snapping on each other, but they're just talking, and it's usually without a beat. Back in the days when they did the battles, you had to pick a beat, and then you went. You know, once in a while somebody would do a cappella, but most of the time you went on the beat, so you have to keep the timing, and then say the words off the top of your head. The way they do it today is like you can just get in there and talk. If you're a good snapper and a good, you know, witty person, then, you know, it's what it is.
So they've taken the rhyme and the rhythm out of it.
Right. Yeah. They don't have to think about keeping the time up with the timing.
Gotcha. Which I imagine is a big part of the skill that just got taken away then.
Right. Exactly.
So, you obviously you did real well at the rap battles. After you sort of conquered that, where did you go from there?
Okay, so from there, I was trying to get a deal at Next Plateau, and this was like after Salt Pepper left. I think they had like Nina Sky or something. And I wound up getting a junior A&R job, and I stayed over there, and then I started writing for a magazine called Floss, and I wrote articles and interviewed like top 40, so mostly a lot of top 40 celebrities. I did Busta Rhymes, G-Unit, Keisha Cole, like everybody you can name. I wrote stories on them and interviewed them. But then I just kept doing music, but I moved away from the battle side and went more into like writing songs, getting into writing songs. It's two different worlds. Yeah.
Who were some of your influences in terms of like lyric writing?
Oh man, I like Rakim, Big Daddy Kane. I like T.I. Let's see, I like Jay-Z. You know, of course, you got to do the Biggie and Tupac. And I got MCs like from around my way that I look up to, like Mikey D, Eddie O.J. You know, rappers that, you know, they were popular, but they weren't like worldwide, but they were like, hood famous. So,
Right.
you know, I look up to them too. Yeah.
Gotcha. And you also just dropped a new single. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. This single is called No Capping.
Okay.
And it's based on a slang that the generation is using right now. Capping, when you're capping, that means you're playing around. You know what I'm saying? And somebody says, stop capping. That means you're just ragging on them, or you're playing around, or you're lying to them, or they think that you're pulling their leg. They go, you know, stop capping. And they're capping. And then when you say no cap, that means you're not lying. You're serious. You know, it's real. What I'm saying is real. No cap. You know? So I did a whole song based on that theory, but I made each line like is something that people can relate to. A lot of people are going to be able to relate to each line that I say is something that I went through along my journey. That's an actual fact. And then I say no cap. You know? So, yeah. So, and it's also like a club song. So, you definitely, like, I can hear it playing in the clubs. You know, there's a head bop, you know, on top of that. So.
Nice. Where can, if folks were interested in getting it, where can they get it?
Okay, so it's released through United Masters, and it's available on Spotify, Tidal, YouTube, SoundCloud, all major outlets. All you gotta do is type in No Cappin, CAPPIN, and then Miss Knockout, MISSKNOCKOUT. And my Instagram is @TheRealMissKnockout, but it's available all over. And we're getting ready to drop the video.
Oh,
so,
nice.
we're just working out some stuff, and the video is gonna come real soon. We're finishing up that, and I'm getting ready to roll out the video. So, and it came out really dope.
Cool.
And shout out to all my people to put it together. And that's I did this from scratch. The producer also is Louis Escanillo. He's out of Brooklyn. He was an engineer for years, since an intern, and he really constructed a record scratch. And and then my team went and we shot a video. Andre the Von Boozy at Twins, stylist, and my boy Hannon, Evangeline, Cubes. It was shot by Cage Cubes, an intern. They're out of Brooklyn. And Vanessa did my makeup for Mac, and everybody just pulled together and put together a fly video coming at you soon.
Did you film the video in New York?
Yeah, we filmed it all over New York. And it's me,
Nice.
It's based on me, I don't want to give the video away because it's a pretty dope concept, but it's based on me, going around and getting my music to people in a day and age where everybody's online with everything, and promotions is on the line, seeing if you're going to go viral. You're looking to see that online. A lot of people, I pass my music around in the street.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they used to do in a video, but it's more updated. It's more of a futuristic cast around now, so it's different.
Gotcha. Yeah, folks are gonna have to check it out. That sounds real interesting. Yeah. So another part of you go from behind the mic to in front of the camera, and you have quite a few. I was looking at your IMDb and just of things that I know of you. You have quite the nice list of credits to you. Yeah,
I'm not too shabby.
No, not at all.
I got a good start.
Yeah. So did you get into acting after your music?
I got into acting after I started music, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And I started doing it simultaneously. Acting does take up some of your time, especially if you want to get in it, really get into it.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of work, a lot of rejection.
Mm-hmm.
And but I just kept at it and started booking some stuff. So
nice.
Yeah.
Are you in anything currently?
Well, right now I'm in a webisode that's pretty good called New York Minute. It's shot by Illa G. He's a rapper out of Brooklyn, and he developed his own show based on his hood. It's called New York Minute on Illa G TV. I'm just getting back into episodic season is just starting up now. So we're going out, now for auditions. Summer is it was slow this summer, so I'm sure I'll have something that comes up. But I did the Billboard, and then the year before I did Gotham. So I just wanted to concentrate on putting this record out.
Right.
No capping on United Masters, out everywhere. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. I think that it's distributed through Steve Stout's label, United Master. I don't know if you're familiar with Steve Stout. He's
not very much.
Worked for labels for a minute.
Okay.
And and I own all my stuff.
Gotcha.
Publishing, so you got to do that.
It's true. Yep. So you also, I know that you do a lot of extra work too in terms of acting.
Yeah, I haven't done that in about maybe, going on probably 4 or 5 years now.
Okay, huh.
But,
I recently got into the show Broad City. And I'm watching an episode, and there you are. I almost jumped off the chair.
With the airport,
Yep.
scene?
Yep. I
remember that scene. That was funny.
Yeah, I got so excited. I was like, oh my God, there she is. Just
I never even seen it. I gotta look up to see what episode that is because I never even got to see it because it was so funny doing it though.
yeah, no, it was a really good scene, and yeah, you were right in there. I think that I don't remember exactly what episode. Like I'm trying to think. I think it was probably like season 3, the end of it, of that show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
I gotta look for it and check it out.
Yeah, no, they you're right in there. They
Yeah.
you know, they didn't they used plenty of you in there. So it was exciting to see you.
Yeah. Wow, I gotta check it out.
You also did a movie called what I guess from the list I'm looking here, which is your IMDb. In 2014 you did Free the Nipple. Could you talk a little bit about that film?
Okay, that film was like a female activist empowerment film about females finding out how to express themselves and use their right to express themselves by giving attention to, a woman's breast is not sexual, like it's not against the law to have your go bare-chested in New York City. You can actually walk around as a female with your shirt off, and it's not illegal. But I don't know if you really want to do that in this day and age. We have to do it with caution.
Right.
We do have a couple of weird people out there. But the film is by Lena Esco, and she did this film. She it was her project, and she got it into some theaters, and it gained the support of a lot of big people, and Miley Cyrus even was supporting the film. She had a lot of celebrities. And it tells a good story about women, trying to express themselves through freeing their nipple.
Gotcha.
And we were running all around the city showing our nipples. So you can see that on Netflix.
Was it so it was more of a documentary?
It was a documentary style, but it was like a story. It wasn't like a documentary about actual people. It was a movie, like a story,
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a pretty good movie.
Cool. Yeah, now folks will have to check it out. And let's see. Go down my list of questions here. Make sure I didn't leave nothing out. So yeah, your new single just dropped. Do you have any plans coming up for what's next? Or are you still concentrating on No Capping?
Well, after the video comes out, I plan to do the video promotions, but also do a lot of shows. Post video release is my next steps. A lot of shows and more interviews like this one.
Nice.
To get out there to the people. I just came back from Atlanta. I was at the Revolt Summit, and I'm going back to Cali to the Revolt Summit in California in October to do some promoting. So I'll be out in Cali. I was just out there. I opened for Eric B. and Rakim out in Anaheim, and I did the Viper Room in California. I performed there BET weekend. So looking to do some more shows out that way.
Nice.
And, more of the acting, of course. And that's what it is.
Gotcha. So I'd like to jump back real quick. You mentioned that while you were starting off in music, or just before you started off, you had a writing gig. And you interviewed some cool names there. What were some highlights of the names you've interviewed?
When I talked to Soulja Boy, he was very intelligent, I think. He knew a lot about marketing and social media, and he was really smart about how he got started. 50 Cent also is a very smart person. He talks with a lot of wisdom. He knows how to move around and hustle. Busta Rhymes, he was very interesting. He talked a lot about investing and how he invested his money and how his mother taught him how, to invest his money and make it, so he won't go broke. So yeah, so a few highlights. Those are a couple.
Yeah, I think you mentioned something important, which I feel like a lot of people don't realize is, like all across music, not even just rap, but, like most of these performers are real intelligent folks, and you need to be because of all that goes on around behind the scenes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be an intelligent person to really, see the fruits of your labor, because if you don't have ownership in things, and then you're just getting a piece of your own pie, and everybody else has got their hand in your pocket, then it's going to be hard for you to really get where you need to be,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just the especially you as an independent, the amount of promotion and work that goes into doing all this by yourself, must be a lot.
It's brutal. It's around the clock.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be motivated and consistent. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes a lot to break a record. I was down at the Revolt Summit listening to the Quality Control panel with the management team that he has, Cardi B and Migos and Lil Yachty. And he said they asked him how much does it cost to break a record on radio, and he said $200,000. Unless you just somehow get your record in there, by some fluke, but it's a challenge to get it on there. So, you have to do a lot of work and be consistent and also have a good product. If you don't have something that people want to hear, then, it'll definitely be an uphill battle.
So, with all that said, what's your motivation to keep going?
My motivation to keep going is music's always been my passion. I've always wanted to do it. And, I stick to that phrase, never give up. Mm-hmm. And that keeps me going. I have a true passion for the art and not for, fame and, money. I have a true passion for the art itself, which a lot of people, could tell that it's not the case a lot of the times. A lot of people are drawn to fame and money, but there's a lot of stuff that comes with that, and you got to be on top of your business. You got to know what's going on, Mm-hmm. So, so I guess it's the passion for it keeps it going for me.
Yeah, that's the most important part. Without that, that's what makes the music and the work good. Yeah. And rewarding.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Miss Knockout, that's the end of our little time slot here, but I'm really glad that you were able to come on and we were able to work together again.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Cool.
And thanks for having me. And, once again, my Instagram is @TheRealMissKnockout.
Mm-hmm.
And No Capping is out everywhere right now. No cap.
And is your other music available on Spotify and the other places too?
Well, I have Get It, which is on this Paris to Brooklyn soundtrack. It's a compilation on there. And I'll probably be releasing more music behind this one after this single video drops. I'll probably have a follow-up. We do have a follow-up coming behind that. But I have music on SoundCloud, other music, and also Reverb Nation. I have other music up there. So I might, release a little mixed CD or online EP, something like that.
All right. Nice. Yeah, those folks got to go out there and check it out.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm looking forward to hearing more from you, Miss Knockout. And
no doubt.
Yeah, we'll have to have you back on. Talk about your next project.
Definitely. I'll come back with an update. We'll see how everything's going.
Awesome. No, I'm sure.
Hopefully it'll be going well.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it will be.
Yeah.
All right, Autumn, thanks for doing the show again.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for listening to the Planet Shivers podcast. This production and others can be found on iTunes, SoundCloud, and archives.org. It can also be found with video content on the Albert Shivers YouTube channel. You can find even more content on Facebook at Albert Shivers Visual Artist and on Instagram at Albert Shivers. You can find Isaac Wilson's work on Instagram at WhenInZen. That's when_in_Zen. Thank you again for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe.